Bonjour and welcome to this French lesson on the third conditional C clauses. So I'm Jennifer, your French teacher in the south of France, and I like putting up videos for people learning French at all different levels. This one, I'll just tell you in the beginning, is a fairly advanced level French lesson. If you are still a beginner and you have not yet learned the plus-que-parfait or the conditionnel passé, if you don't even know what that means, if you've never heard of it, if you have a couple of options. You can either back up and go look at the lessons I've done on the first or second conditional, and I'm putting links here on the screen for you. Or if you said, hey, I know about the first and second conditional, I'd like to know more. I've never learned the plus-que-parfait or the conditionnel passé, but I'd like to, then stick around, and I think this lesson will serve you well. So as I've started doing the last several lessons, I have also written this lesson on my blog. So I think that it's a good way for you to listen and watch the lesson along with me and read along on the blog so that you can actually see all of the examples and links that I've put there for you. You can reach my blog by going down into the video description and just click there. It'll take you right to my blog, and voila. In this lesson, I am going to provide many examples for you. Also, as I mentioned on the blog, you have lots of links that will take you to other lessons I've done if you need a little bit of a tutorial on something you haven't seen for a while or possibly something you've never learned. I'm creating some Quizlet study sets for you, and all you have to do is join my YouTube Quizlet class. There's also a link to that down in this video description or on the blog. It's free, and I think that it will really help you. On the blog, you'll also see, after you've listened to the lesson, been through all of the examples, you've studied the Quizlets, maybe you'll want to take a quiz. And so if you just scroll down on the blog beneath the video link, this video link, then you can take that quiz. Okay, so let's get started without waiting any longer. First of all, I'm going to talk to you about which tenses we need to use to form the third conditional C clause. In the third conditional, you're actually going to be using the plus-que-parfait and the conditionnel passé. So the plus-que-parfait, what that means in English, it corresponds to when we want to say, I had done something. So for example, I had eaten, I had gone, I had studied, voila. And then the conditionnel passé corresponds to when we say in English, I would have eaten, I would have done, I would have finished. So these C clauses, we're going to talk about something that if I had done something, then this would have happened. All right, so you'll see, I'm going to give you about 10 different examples on various levels. So some of them are going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to be using avoir as helping verb, and others we're going to be using être as helping verb. I'm even going to throw in some reflexive verbs and some idiomatic reflexive verbs, pronominal verbs. So there's something here for everyone, and I hope you enjoy the lesson. Do let me know if you have any questions. All right, so now let's start looking at our examples. The first one, if you had not eaten so fast, you would not have gotten a stomachache. How do you say that in French? The if part of the clause is going to be using the plus-que-parfait. So, si tu n'avais pas mangé si vite, if you had not eaten so fast, you notice for the plus-que-parfait, we're following the same rules as we do for the passé composé, but you're putting the verb avoir, which is your helping verb, into the imperfect tense. And then you have a really different meaning. Instead of you did not eat, you have now if you had not eaten. All right? So, and then the second part of the clause, tu n'aurais pas eu mal au ventre. You would not have gotten a stomachache. So that's the verb avoir. The past participle of avoir is eu, and we're using the helping verb avoir, but notice that it's written in the conditional tense this time. Okay, so that's one of our pretty straightforward, simpler examples. The next one, si nous avions travaillé ensemble, nous aurions réussi notre examen. So if we had worked or studied together, we would have passed our test. So 2 more regular verbs using avoir as helping verb. In the plus-que-parfait, the helping verb is written in the imperfect, and in the conditionnel passé, avoir is written in the conditional. Allez, on y va. Numéro 3. Si ton portable ne s'était pas mis à sonner, on ne se serait pas fait gronder. This one is a little advanced. So what is that? Si ton portable ne s'était pas mis à sonner. This ne s'était pas mis à sonner. If you want to put that into the infinitive form, it would be se mettre à sonner. Se mettre à. Okay, so what does that mean? Se mettre à. That might be new for you. It really just means to start. So you might say, well, why can't I just use the verb commencer? Well, you can, but now you're studying some more advanced French and you want to sound more French, so you need to push yourself to use some of these idiomatic reflexive verbs. I think that the idioms are one of the hardest things to learn in any language, not just in French, because it just doesn't translate directly to English in this case. But, so we have se mettre à sonner in the plus-que-parfait, and we've thrown in some negation. So that's awesome. That's fun. French teachers like that kind of stuff. How about you? So the next part, on ne se serait pas fait gronder. Here we have another reflexive verb, se faire gronder. So that just means to get in trouble, se faire gronder. But now we've put it into the conditionnel passé, putting the verb être in the conditional. Now that's your helping verb. Remember that with all reflexive verbs, you have to use être as helping verb, and we've thrown in the negation as well. Cool. Allez. So the next one. Si j'avais trouvé 10 euros par terre, je t'aurais payé un café. Si j'avais trouvé 10 euros par terre, je t'aurais payé un café. So if I had found, si j'avais trouvé 10 euros on the ground, or on the floor, whatever, je t'aurais payé. Je t'aurais payé. I would have bought you. Could have used the verb acheter, but in French you tend to use payer more than acheter when you are going to buy someone a coffee. You're going to be the one paying for it. Now notice here we have something that I am going to do for you. I am going to buy you a coffee. So we want to use a pronoun. And remember that with pronouns, they're always going to come up before the verb. So in the passé composé or in the conditional past or even in the plus-que-parfait, whatever, you're going to take that pronoun and put it up in front of the helping verb. So that's what that te is doing there. Allez, the next one. Si vous ne vous étiez pas maquillé, on vous aurait reconnu. Si vous ne vous étiez pas maquillé. So that's another reflexive verb. Se maquiller, to put on makeup. In the plus-que-parfait with negation. On vous aurait reconnu. We would have recognized you. So that's the verb reconnaître, to recognize, in the conditionnel passé, with a pronoun, you, vous, coming up before the helping verb, avoir, aurait. Allez, the next one. Si elle s'était levée plus tôt, elle ne serait pas arrivée en retard. Si elle s'était levée plus tôt. So if they had gotten up earlier, this is just the infinitive, se lever. D'accord? So we have to add an E and an S to lever. Can't forget all of those old rules that you learned when you have être as a helping verb. You have to make agreement in the passé composé or in the plus-que-parfait or in the conditionnel passé, whatever it is. So voilà, elle ne serait pas arrivée en retard. They would not have arrived late. So arriver is a verb on the Dr. and Mrs. P. Vandertramp list. It uses être as helping verb. So voilà, that's why we're doing that. Serait in the conditionnel. Si tu n'avais pas fait la vaisselle, je ne t'aurais pas aidé à faire le dîner. So if you had not done the dishes, so that's faire la vaisselle, straightforward, the verb faire, use avoir as helping verb. Je ne t'aurais pas aidé à faire le dîner. I would not have helped you. Again, we have a pronoun, te, coming up in front of the the helping verb, avoir, in this case, aurait. Allez, si nous nous étions mariés, nous aurions organisé une très belle fête. Si nous nous étions mariés. So that's the verb se marier, reflexive verb. We have to put an S on marier to make agreement with the subject, nous, which is plural. We would have organized a very nice party. Allez, the next one. Si vous aviez appris à skier, if you had learned to ski, that's the verb apprendre, using avoir as helping verb, vous ne vous seriez pas cassé la jambe. You would not have broken your leg. So that's the verb se casser, followed by a body part. So remember that body part rule. When you have a reflexive verb and it's followed by a body part, you do not make agreement on the past participle casser. So that's why there's no S or E or any kind of agreement being made with vous. Allez, and the last one. Si j'étais allé en Espagne, j'aurais pu apprendre l'espagnol. Si j'étais allé en Espagne, j'aurais pu apprendre l'espagnol. If I had gone to Spain, I could have learned Spanish. Awesome. Okay, so once you've finished this lesson and you've gone through the Quizlets and everything and you feel ready for a quiz, don't forget that just beneath the link to this video on the blog, there's a quiz for you. So let me know how you do. And again, if you want to go back and just practice those first and second conditional tenses, or C clauses, I should say, then you can find the links to those right there on the blog or here earlier in the video. I'll put them up on the screen. So let me know. That was the last video, the last lesson on the C clauses. We've been through all different kinds of C clauses. And so next time I'll be giving you a different lesson. If you have an idea of something that could help you, then let me know and I'll put it on the list and I'll try to get a lesson up for you ASAP. If you enjoy these lessons and you're looking to take some Skype lessons with a real teacher, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who do it, but I sure would be happy to meet you on Skype, and maybe we can even have a trial lesson. If you're not sure about it, you can find out all about my French lessons. I give all different kinds on my website, so the link to that is also here up on the screen. And voila, okay, so everyone have a good day, and I will talk to you again very soon. If you want to, go ahead and share this video on Facebook or Twitter or wherever it is that you think that people might appreciate it, and I would appreciate that too. Allez, merci beaucoup et à très bientôt. Ciao!